One of the biggest secrets, I think, and that's in terms of, in Veeva, being able to have data-driven dynamic content. Instead of taking a copy of a presentation, having that rolled out locally, having an agency adapt that, there are ways that you can build in data-driven content and dynamic content. And what we're going to look at as an example is a budget impact model. So how can we customize that for a particular audience? How can we make it relevant? Produce a business case for adoption in an approved email format, and also how you can adapt these tools to multiple markets. How can we have one presentation for many? Whereas if you can input your own assumptions, you have much more buy-in to the value proposition. In terms of my experience, certainly, we are constantly running into Veevas for the marketing teams and the market access teams. They actually push and manage their materials out in a different way. You get little or no analytic data, and the value of having that information and seeing how, some of these metrics on how many presentations have been made, you need to, these are significant investment in producing these materials. We need to make sure they're being used. So within Veeva, we have a number of data objects, and these data objects are accessible by any presentation within the Veeva environment. So you can have 5 or 6 different presentations in Veeva that can attach to the same data source. So if you want to go out and show claims, even in an interactive visual aid or e-detailer, you can select at the beginning, I'm going to visit this person in this region, and then your graphs, your claims will be appropriate for that specific environment. So we're going to pick Wales, and this will automatically pick up from the data set. This is the prevalence and incidence of type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Of that population, 7% are at risk of developing a foot ulcer. This is where you can drill down into the assumptions of the model. So I won't go through the rest of the story, but we would go through the high-risk patient groups, and you finally come to a budget impact analysis. You produce a business case for that environment that goes through that kind of summary we went through, the scenario that we built together, and send that directly to the customer. Within this business case, you can include a link to this tool online. We talked about the features earlier, and one of the important things is being able to save that scenario so that if you go back to re-visit on another engagement, you'll be able to recall all of that data. You can roll this out into multiple environments. So this tool, you can download all of the text, all of the data, and you can, at a local level, translate this yourself. This can then pull through, either automatically through Veeva and through the user, any language packs that are relevant for a given environment. But not only that, it can switch the actual model content. What I wanted to highlight with Veeva having dynamic content, it's not just limited to kind of market access tools. You can bring dynamic content into your presentations.